Welcome to another video.
Right behind me is where the silver play buttons are made. I'm bringing my silver play button back to the factory where it came from. Where do silver play buttons come from? I think I know. I'm going to go find out, and we're going to go together and we're going to try and find the factory here in China where they're made. So this journey starts in Hong Kong. So guys, this is a momentous occasion for me. Take a look. This has just arrived for me in Hong Kong. I've come over the border to get it. Let's take a look and let's see. Ooh. You've just done something very few YouTuber creators accomplish. Blah blah blah. Nice. Ooh. Ta-da! Serpentza. That's freaking awesome. Thanks guys for making this happen. Seriously, thank you and stay awesome. So now that I have my silver play button, how am I going to find out where it comes from? Well, the package was DHL'd to my friend's place in Hong Kong. That's why I had to go there. And on the package it actually has an originating address. And what caught my eye about the originating address, in fact they gave me a commercial invoice, which is kind of interesting. It says that it originates from Dongguan, which is a very well-known sort of factory town here, or factory city, I should say, in the south of China, and it's only about an hour and a half, 2 hours drive from where I live. So, you know, what's stopping me just hopping in a car and going to this factory, since although the address is in English, which is a bit of a problem because, of course, all Chinese addresses in China are in Chinese, but, you know, my Chinese is good enough that I should be able to translate it and we should be able to figure out exactly where this factory is. But rather than just hopping in a car and going all the way there and pitching up unannounced, I noticed that there's also a contact number on the invoice. So I'm going to phone them. I'm going to ask them if it's okay for me to just go to the factory tomorrow and check it out. If they say no, I'm just going to go pitch up at the gates anyway so you guys can see where these silver play buttons are made. But if they say yes, who knows, maybe we can actually get a look inside the factory. That could be pretty cool, huh?
喂，你好。
啊，你好，这是什么？你好。
我是哪位
YouTube， 你知道 YouTube？
？YouTube 是一个视频网站，是不是？
对，我是那个 YouTube 的网红，你们已经发给我那个银色的那个表。So the gist of this conversation was that I managed to figure out that it was actually them that made the silver play button. So she said that it was her factory that makes it, but she couldn't really understand why I wanted to come there. I tried to explain I wanted to see how they were made, but she asked me if I could send an email to her explaining exactly what it is I wanted to do. But I decided that I'd just ask her if I could send her a text message instead. 我发个短信给你好吧？用这个号码？
啊，可以。
好，我发个短信告诉你我的意思，好吧？
啊，好的，好，拜拜。
谢谢你啊，拜拜。So basically all I said there is I said, hello, I'm a YouTuber. I live in Shenzhen. I'm China's the first person to make YouTube videos in China. If it's okay, I want to come and look at how you make the silver play buttons. You've already sent me my play button, and my YouTube is blah 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 blah. Okay, so the bad news. I contacted the factory last week, and this week I sent another message asking my contact there, hey, you know, has your boss approved? Is it okay for me to come through? I'd like to come through today. And she sent me a message saying sorry that her boss did not approve of my visit. So in other words, no. So now, you know, the whole point of this video is I'm not trying to get anyone into trouble. I'm not trying to dox the factory, although, you know, they've given their address on this commercial invoice. But, you know, the whole point is to show you guys where the silver play buttons actually come from. So I'm not giving up. I'm going to go to the factory. I'm going to drive there. But now comes the difficult part, and that is that I actually have to decipher the address. And I'll explain to you why it's difficult. Just give me a second. Okay, now the reason why it's difficult is when you write Chinese addresses, and, you know, if you write Chinese in pinyin, which is basically when you write it in sort of English letters, it can mean a whole host of things. One word, like for instance, I'll give you an example to make this easy. Tongue, you know, T-A-N-G, tongue, or maybe you see it written down, you'll say tang, okay, but tongue actually has several meanings. For instance, it can mean, it can have several different characters. So it can mean soup, it can mean hot, you know, like hot to the touch. It can also mean sugar or candy. So, you know, the thing is, it's one of those situations where you can read something that's been written down in Chinese, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you know where it is. But I can probably figure it out. So what we first have to do is we can't use Google Maps because Google Maps these days doesn't have, you know, very good China coverage since it's been blocked for ages and a lot of new businesses haven't been added. So what we do is we go to give me a second here. Maps.baidu.com, which is of course you'll find out if you type translate.baidu.com. There's also Baidu Translate. You know, they just basically copied Google in every way. So anyway, now addresses in China work the other way, like opposite to the West. I know in the West we start small. We say like 22 Main Street, and then we'll say the city, you know, so 22 Main Street, Chicago, and then we'll maybe say the state, and then we'll say the country. So it goes from small to big. But in China it goes from big to small. So you start with the country. So you'll say China, province, city, town, village, street. Okay, so we're going to start with the city, and of course I'm going to have to type it in Chinese characters. Dongguan, Shi, it means Dongguan city. Okay, so let's go to Dongguan. All right, boom. Now Dongguan is about 2 hours away from where I live. It's depending on the traffic and exactly where, because Dongguan's huge. It's not a small place. So here we have Guangzhou up here. Dongguan's like here. All right, so the next thing I know about this place is that it's in a place called Tangsha town. Now the problem is now Tangsha, I don't know which characters those are going to be, so I'm just going to type in the pinyin here and see what comes up. Tangsha Jen. Now it's not going to be this one for sure. It's probably this one. Yeah, Jen, like a town. Tangsha Jen. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I get a hit on that or not. I do. Okay. Excellent. So now this whole area here is sort of Tangsha town. All right. It's got a bunch of highlighted crap, and I know that it's in a place called Qinghutou village. Now, Qinghutou, I'm guessing means clear water head. Let's see. And I mean, in China, in Chinese, you will find quite clear lake head. You'll often find when they talk about like the source of a river or something, they'll say, you know, the head of something. So it's probably correct. So there, I've got Qinghu number 7. Qinghu Tou, I'm guessing it's head. Let's see. Does that bring up any results? It does. Okay, this is easier than I thought. Right, now it's getting to the part where I have to put in the actual street name and number. I guess I can share the street. There's no reason not to. There's probably, I mean, looking at this map, I'm guessing, yeah, I'm seeing lots of factory addresses. So this whole area is full of factories. These are all factories over here, 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 here. So, you know, I don't think I'm going to be doxing them if I give you a street name. So let's look for that. Street name is Feng Huang. Okay, that's easy. Is that correct? There we go, Feng Huang Lu. Okay. Alrighty. I have my street. So, the factory is going to be somewhere on this street. And now all I need to do is get there. I guess I do have the number. They did put down the number, so I mean it should be easy enough to find. And nothing's jumping out at me for the name, because the name, they say it's like golden tiger something, and I'm not seeing anything about a Jinhu, you know, like a golden tiger. So yeah, whatever. Wish me luck. Let's go hit the road. Let's go find this place, guys. This is going to be exciting. So I don't really know how to feel about this whole situation, to be honest. I think it's kind of interesting. I'm on my way to a factory that doesn't want me to go there. But, you know, I am the original China vlogger. I'm here in China where everything in the world right now is being made. And the silver play buttons are made here, you know. I mean, there's no way I can't go check it out. So I'm going to go check it out. That's just the way it is. But yes, the whole point of this is not to, you know, get anyone into trouble or cause any issues for the factory. So I'm just going to go there and show you guys where it is, you know, the actual factory, what it looks like from the outside at least. And I'll probably get the drone up so you guys can get a good look at the area. And yeah, we'll see. Right guys, I've arrived here in a factory town. I'm right around the corner from where the silver play buttons are made. And as you can see, I guess all the workers are currently returning from lunch. This is a very typical sort of factory town. You see them dotted all over Guangdong in sort of the more far-flung areas, you know, outside of the city centers. And this is where pretty much everything in the world is made, in these factories that are around me. And the factory that makes the silver play button is literally just around the block. So I guess it's time for us to go and see where it is. Right guys, moment of truth. I have my silver play button and I'm looking at the factory where it's made. See what happens. Right behind me is where the silver play buttons are made. I'm bringing my silver play button back to the factory where it came from. Let's take a walk past. Here we are, everybody. This is where the silver play buttons are made. Ground zero. Absolutely awesome. So happy to actually have come all the way out here. Pretty fantastic. Yeah, security guards seem friendly enough. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little journey of mine to come all the way out here into the middle of nowhere, into the factory lands deep in the south of China. I'm glad I got to see where they're made, but you know, it seems stupid of me just to turn all the way up here and just not do anything. So I'm actually going to write a little thank you note. I'm going to go and give it to the security guards at the front there, and hopefully they'll give it to the person who helped me on the phone. Obviously, I don't want to sound stalkerish or anything weird like that, so it's just, dear so-and-so, thank you for the silver play button. All YouTubers look forward. So I'm going to go and leave this at security at the front gate there. So let's go do that, shall we? 你好，不好意思，我有个朋友他在这里工作，你可以给朋友？对对，他叫是他的电话号码。好，谢谢。 现在没空啊，再见。Well guys, I hope you found that interesting. I mean, I certainly did. I'm probably the first YouTuber to ever go to where his silver play button was made. It's so cool to be able to actually see where everything comes from. So yeah, that's really it for this one. Thanks a lot. I just want to give a shout out. Thank you very much to the people at the factory who did try to help me get in there, but of course their boss didn't allow it, so not their fault. And yeah, it's just been an interesting little adventure. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. And until then, you know the drill. As always, stay awesome.